posse, grab your gear, because today we're stepping onto the front lines of the Battlefield 6 beta. I've been knee-deep in chaos for hours, sprinting through collapsing buildings, dragging squad mates to safety, and emptying entire mags into enemies before ducking behind cover. The big question: is this the triumphant return to the Battlefield glory days, or just another war story that looks good on paper? Let's saddle up and find out. The beta opened up early for those of us who snag access codes, and the servers lit up like a Christmas tree under artillery fire. Thousands of players jumped in, and within minutes it was clear: DICE is aiming to bring Battlefield back to its roots. No futuristic gimmicks, no over-engineered systems. Just gritty, boots-on-the-ground combat blended with the series' signature large-scale mayhem. From the first spawn, you feel it: the pace, the weight, the tension. And unlike some recent entries in the franchise, Battlefield 6 feels confident in what it wants to be. Battlefield 6 brings back the 4 core classes: Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon. Each one has its own perks. Assault soldiers are your frontline fighters with extra sprint speed and faster health regen. Engineers are the tank busters and vehicle mechanics. Support keeps ammo flowing, and Recon handles spotting and long-range elimination. This isn't just a cosmetic choice. Class perks really change how you play. When you roll with a balanced squad, you feel unstoppable. When you don't, well, let's just say your respawn screen becomes your best friend. And because each class can still choose from a broad range of weapons, you get the flexibility without losing that class identity. This is what Battlefield teamwork was always meant to feel like. Let's talk loadouts, because the beta gave us a taste of some seriously spicy hardware. The M5A3 assault rifle was my workhorse: reliable recoil, solid damage, and a real all-rounder no matter the range. The AK-24 had more kick, but could absolutely melt enemies if you could control it. On the SMG side, the PBX-45 was an absolute monster in close quarters. Paired with a short barrel and laser, you could zip around corners and drop people before they even knew you were there. And gadgets, oh man, they're back in force. Engineers bringing out rocket launchers, Support tossing down ammo crates, Recons setting up spotting beacons. It all adds up to those layered battles where every squad member actually matters. And for the gearheads out there, the amount of customization you can do to tweak handling and performance means you can tailor your kit to your playstyle instead of just following a meta. Now, about that movement, Battlefield 6 feels faster and more fluid than its predecessors. The new kinesthetic combat system lets you crouch sprint, peek around corners, drag down teammates to safety, and even hitch rides on vehicles without breaking momentum. It's a strange blend. You've got this Call of Duty-like agility, but it's still grounded enough to keep the firefights tactical. You can't just bunny hop your way out of a bad position. You've got to use cover, use your squad, and think 2 moves ahead. And when it clicks, you feel like a total Battlefield predator. Gunplay is where the beta really started to impress me. Every weapon has weight. Assault rifles have that tight, responsive recoil pattern that rewards controlled bursts. SMGs absolutely shred up close, but you'll feel them fall off at mid-range. Snipers, they hit like a freight train if you can land your shots. And trust me, that sweet metallic ping of a perfect headshot never gets old. Weapon customization is snappy and straightforward. You can fine-tune optics, barrels, ammo types, and grips before a match, but you're not bogged down with endless attachments that barely make a difference. Everything you swap out has a clear, noticeable effect. This is where Battlefield 6 flexes. Destruction is back, and it's nastier than ever. Walls crumble under sustained fire, rooftops cave in after tank shells, and buildings don't just flip a switch into a set animation, they tear apart piece by piece. I've seen squads fortify a structure, only to have it leveled by coordinated artillery fire. I've blown holes through cover to flush out snipers. And when a tank rolls over debris, it feels like part of the environment, not a separate, indestructible prop. This isn't just eye candy, it changes how you approach every fight. The beta gave us a rotation of Conquest, Breakthrough, Domination, and King of the Hill. Each one feels distinct. Conquest is your classic large-scale, multi-objective chaos, vehicles rumbling across open terrain, while infantry fights tooth and nail over control points. Breakthrough is more structured. Attackers push sector by sector, while defenders dig in. Domination and King of the Hill are faster, more intimate brawls where reaction time means everything. Map variety was surprisingly solid for a beta. You've got open desert zones perfect for tank warfare, dense urban blocks for street-to-street combat, and mixed environments that make you think twice before charging in blind. And the flow? It's relentless. You'll rarely find yourself without action. Vehicles feel incredible this time around. Tanks have weight and punch without feeling overpowered. Helicopters are agile but punish sloppy piloting. And jets, well, they're still the ultimate flex in the sky. The key difference? Counterplay is everywhere. Engineers with rocket launchers, well-placed mines, even coordinated small arms fire can turn the tide against armor. And when your squad mixes infantry tactics with smart vehicle support, that's when you get those only-in-battlefield moments, the kind that make you sit back after the match and think, yeah, we own that one. For beta, performance was rock solid for me. Frame rate stayed smooth, hit detection felt on point, and load times were quick. Sure, there were minor bugs, the occasional floating weapon, a ragdoll doing its best breakdance impression, but nothing game-breaking. Servers held up even in the most chaotic firefights, and for once, I didn't feel like I was wrestling with netcode more than the enemy team. Here's the real verdict: the Battlefield 6 beta was fun. Like really fun. It brought back that classic mix of tactical teamwork, chaotic moments, and pure spectacle. The destruction feels meaningful, the gunplay is tight, the class system matters, and the maps encourage different playstyles without forcing you into a single mold. If Battlefield Labs can keep building on this foundation, polishing balance, adding more maps, and making sure performance stays smooth, Battlefield 6 could be the comeback we've been waiting for. It's not perfect, but it's already miles ahead of where I feared it could be. If DICE keeps their foot on the gas and keeps communicating openly, we could be looking at a Battlefield that not only redeems the brand, but sets a new standard. Add a few more maps at launch, keep the balance updates rolling, and keep rewarding squad play. That's the recipe for a shooter people will still be talking about a year from now. So that's my take on the Battlefield 6 beta. This outlaw's keeping his rifle cleaned and his boots laced, because when launch day hits, I'm charging straight back into the fray. This is Outlaw Gaming. Keep your aim steady, your squad close, and I'll see you out there on the battlefield.